Hi Stampers, this is Kim Tolbert with Great Inspirations. Thank you for joining me today for another one of my Stamp Happy Holiday videos. And today we are going to use this stamp set, Festive Fun, that is found in the current Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And we are going to make this card. Now, what is unique about this card is it's can be folded up. It has this little, what I call a box sleeve right here. Fold it over and it will fit perfectly into an A2 size envelope or the Stampin' Up! Medium envelopes. And we have a greeting here. We have a cute little image. And then on the back, I've just stamped Happy Christmas wishes, and there's plenty of room for a message and to sign your name. Now this card is very easy to create, and you can also, if you would rather, you could have it oriented this way and it would stand up like this, but the way I have it oriented, it stands up like that. Your orientation will depend on the image that you want to put here. So I thought I would walk you through how I made this, but I wanted to show you another something that you could add on to this card if you wanted. You can add this little box, and it slides right in here just like a matchbox. And inside that box you can put candies. I also found out that 2 Wink Stella pens fit in there nicely if you have a crafty friend that you would like to give a gift to. Now, of course, this would be more difficult to mail, but this would be a good idea for a gift for coworkers, maybe for teachers. I know that at our grandchildren's elementary school, the teachers ask for no gifts for the teachers. They would prefer that be something for the classroom, but I think it would be just fine to give them a card with a few little treats inside. So that's one way that you could use this card. You could use it as a little treat holder as well. So let's get on with making this card. Like I said, I'm using this Festive Fun set from Stampin' Up! You can use any stamp set you care to, any image. And I am using some Designer Series paper that is from the Merry Bold and Bright collection that is in the mini catalog as well. So let's get our pieces for the card. Our card base is just this piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is basic white thick. And then I have, for this box sleeve, a piece of cardstock that is 5 3/4 by 5 1/2. And then I have scored it at 1 1/2, 2 1/2, then 4 inches and 5 inches. And we will fold that up to make the box sleeve portion of our card. Then we'll need, I'm not sure what this is for. I think that might have been an extra piece I had. But we will need some of the Designer Series paper. And I will have the measurements for these on my blog. Right at the top of my head, I think this was 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/4. Yes. And there are 2 of those, and that goes here and one goes here. And then this one is, I think, 1 1.25 by 5 1/4. But like I say, those measurements will be on my corresponding blog post. But then we will need, for the back side of our card, some more of the Designer Series paper, and it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. It'll go right there. And then a piece of basic white, and this can be just the regular basic white, as is this for the box sleeve. And this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and it will go just like that. So we'll go ahead and we will put, well, first let me stamp the greeting on here. We had the Happy Christmas Wishes. And I've just realized I have lost this part. I had one all stamped, but that's okay because you know what? I know you can do that on your own. This is just put up on dimensionals. But we will learn how to make this card base and the little box. So, let's see here. Let me find my, get the stamp out and get a block. Put that on there and get up. And then we'll just Happy Christmas Wishes. And let's get some adhesive. And we need to put adhesive on this piece. Make sure I get it on with the letters facing the right direction, leaving that little bit of a border. And now we have this piece. And now we're going to take our scored piece, and all of these we're going to fold them, and they're all mountain folds. And before we get too far, I think maybe we should put that Desire Series paper on them. It's kind of hard to do once it's folded. So we'll just get some adhesive on these. Make sure you've got this the right way. So you want the bigger scored end to the left and the smaller scored end to the right, and then this piece that's right here in the middle gets this, and then we have the two smaller pieces. And one goes right here. We have one more. And it goes right here. And I just realized I am in the dark. Let me go turn another light on. That's probably a little bit better there. I can certainly see better. Okay, so we have this, and we're going to put adhesive here, and I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus. You can use tear and tape. You can use liquid glue if you like. You'll just have to hold it in place. And let me just move that out of the way. So what we're going to do is just fold this down. We have the adhesive on it, and then just line it right up along the edge of the card base, and that would be the left-hand edge. There we go. So there's that. Now that that's on there, we can sort of get an idea of where we can stamp the giraffe image. So let me get that, because we know right here there is a seam where we adhered this piece. So there's that seam, and we know we need to keep the giraffe to the right of that seam. So we'll stamp our giraffe. It's a cute little guy. And get him right here. And there he is. Now I am not going to waste your time having you watch me color him in, but we will go ahead and finish the box sleeve portion of the card. So that means we put adhesive right here. And all we have to do is fold this down right here, right along that seam, and press. And there we go. And there's how you do the card. Okay, now let's do that little box that goes in there. And for that, we'll need a piece of cardstock that is, I need to get my notes here, 7 3/8 by 3 3/8 inches long. And then you're going to score it at 1 inch on each end and each side. And then we're going to just fold these. And you probably should, I should have used my bone folder to crisp these edges, but I didn't. But it's a good idea. And that is going to be a good idea for our little box. And this is just a simple box. We've made these before. And we're going to take some snips. And we're going to cut these little tabs apart right here and right here. And do the same on the other end. And now we're going to just miter them a bit. Just like that. Do the other two. One more little cut to make. There we go. We'll get these out of the way. And let's put some adhesive on these. Get my craft sheet here. Keep the adhesive from going all over the place. And then if I've let any get over the side, I just kind of tuck it over. And now we just put these in place. Just like that. And then this will slide right in there. And like I said, you can put some treats in there. You could put the Hershey's little treasures. I know that the small boxes of Milk Duds fit in there because I was going to put them in there for the video, but someone ate them. And there are a lot of someones in this house who could have been the culprit. So I'm not blaming anybody, and that's okay. That's what it's for, to eat. But anyway, this is a little box sleeve card, a standalone box sleeve card that you can use as simply a card or as a little treat holder. Now, all the information about this card as far as the supplies that I used and the cutting measurements, all that kind of thing, including a chart as to how to make the little box that slides in. That will all be on my corresponding blog post. The link to that blog post will be found in the description of this video. Thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, stamp happy.